he's going to go back to the K rules.
I would honestly go Palutena on this matchup. This matchup sucks for us K Rool.
And Russ, tell us a little bit about why you think that matchup might be more favorable for Ferris today.
See, remember our argument about why we would rather fight a crocodile than
I do remember that conversation from a few moments ago.
So what can we do to fight a crocodile, a giant crocodile?
Jump?
Just run away, poke it with a stick from a long distance.
A nice little counter there from Ferris.
Jump on him, step on the crocodile because it's
MinSqrd doing a great job of preventing Ferris from getting back to stage. I don't see this ending.
Just hop on a tree and kick him down when they're trying to get up, right? Which is exactly what he's gonna do.
And that is an easy first stock for MinSqrd, really putting Ferris in disadvantage. Now, what about those strengths for Palutena you were saying in terms of the recommendation of that matchup? Is it just because the matchup for K Rool is so difficult, or is there something about Palutena?
It's because it's difficult for K Rool, but Palutena also especially does well against Min just because she can close the distance much better than most characters. She's fast. She has moves that control them.
And just like that, MinSqrd of Min showing why this matchup is so difficult for a thick crocodile boy like K Rool, no matter the talent that Ferris has. And a smart use of the suck and cuck there, but it does not bite. However, Ferris is trying to make a little comeback here, uses the cannonball once again. We'll see if he can take the stock. MinSqrd getting out of disadvantage and trying to see if they can 3-stock Ferris in this game 1. Ferris is relying a little too much here on their specials, but I can see that there is a attempt to not get 3-stocked, even if it means taking some bigger risks. I gotta respect the hustle. And that is a use of their Mega Thick B for game 1. That is a 3-stock on Ferris, something that you do not see very often. Let's see if Ferris can shake that off, keep his composure, and bring it back for game 3. We'll find out in game 2. And Ferris understandably looks like they're probably going to mix it up here. Or do they go back to K Rool? An interesting decision here. Had a little bit of a fake out, perusing the board, but ends up settling on K Rool once again. And they're back at PS2. I don't see how Ferris thinks this matchup will go very different, but maybe he has something up his sleeve. Maybe he discovered something late in the match, but after taking a 3-stock on the same matchup on the same stage.
There are a few things that K Rool can do well, mostly just being able to use your spacing tools.
For sure.
Tools that can control the thing, but those are the things that Palutena, which Ferris does have already, also have, but like better. Like Palutena can close the distance. Palutena just hits hard. Palutena is like moves that you can just like not respect the long range because our back air makes her basically invincible.
Absolutely, but of easy stock 1 there for MinSqrd. I see this being a very difficult set for Ferris to make some damage in, but let's see if he has something up his sleeve. A nice little use of the suck and cuck there.
K Rool could do better when he's in advantage. Because he does have those tools.
Up, but here we go again. Ferris in disadvantage, and that is not a place that you want to be as a K Rool main. Ferris just trying to get something started, throwing out attacks here, even out of their hitbox range.
I would think like if Ferris has any chance.
Ooh, and a very nice back air there to get the game tied up 2 stocks apiece.
If Ferris has any chance on this matchup, it's basically not just like closing the distance, but being able to get out like the space controlling tools. He has Shroud.
He might not need to take this 2nd stock right away, but he needs to get some damage before he gets KO'd here. And that did not work out in his favor.
Yeah. A lot of K Rools tend to use like the up air as some kind of like extra jump. but it doesn't really give you that much like any advantage once it's already out, especially if your opponent is not exactly throwing any heavy moves.
Absolutely. And I wanted to draw attention to a very subtle move that MinSqrd use here, using their up smash as a way to break out of K. Rool's side B crown. It came out just at the last second, but I really think it prevented K. Rool from getting something going.
Barley! Who's Barley?
This is the kind of situation where K. Rool might excel, like it just fits, because you just get your tools out, right? And then
Fair's trying to just approach here in any way.
yeah, and then try to get kind of like a good feel on the rhythm of the minion player.
Speaking of rhythm, that was a nice little piece of rhythm there from Ferris, but it may be coming a little bit too late. 162 on their final stock here. This could be not only the game, and that's the match. 2-0 in favor of MinSqrd.
That was not a Ferris match. In fact, that was quite unfair.
I see what you did there. I see what you did there, my friend.